First, and perhaps most importantly, why are you at work today? Good morning. Today is September 2nd, 2013, and it's Labor Day. Happy laboring. We're going to begin a multiple part discussion of coaching and start with some coaching of our difficult people. Difficult people come in all sizes, shapes, ages, and job titles. Sometimes the people you expect to be the most mature and accepting of your coaching will turn into your most difficult tasks. Executives are not immune from being difficult. Longtime team members are certainly not immune. New team members are not immune from the difficult bug. First, a couple of framework pieces. There are two types of feedback, positive and corrective. There is no negative. There is no such thing as constructive criticism. Construct means to build, criticize means to tear down. Feedback types in a coaching situation would never ever be combined. We will discuss those in more length in the coming weeks. For our purpose today, we're going to focus on corrective feedback in dealing with difficult people. Corrective feedback needs to be provided privately, in a direct format, controlling the discussion, never talking about more than one issue, and done unemotionally. In its most simplistic form, it sounds like, "You were late today. I need you here every day at 7. Are you clear with that expectation?" Or, "This report has several mistakes and issues. When it comes to me, it has to be accurate and be checked. Do you understand that?" One other important element to remember about corrective feedback and corrective coaching is the intent and desired outcome. Corrective coaching is not designed to discourage team members and make them leave. It's also not designed only as a needed step to document on their path to termination. Corrective feedback is provided only for the intent of changing a behavior or piece of performance that does not meet our expectations. When done properly, it fixes issues before they become much bigger issues. Each time corrective feedback is provided, a typical response is conveyed by the team member. That typical response can be categorized as acceptance agreement, denial, blaming others, or excuse making. In each of these categories, effective leaders need to be prepared to combat the response with a direct approach and call to action. When a team member accepts and agrees with the corrective feedback, the interaction is over and you should thank them and encourage the team member. Surprisingly enough, this is the most common response from team members receiving corrective coaching. Make sure they know that you appreciate their acceptance of that feedback. The second most typical response is blaming others. This can also sound like relativism when a team member compares their performance and behavior to others in the department. Blaming others is a very common response associated with corrective coaching for missed deadlines, poor interactions with fellow team members, and even providing unacceptable levels of customer service. Excuse making as a coaching response has reached a near art form in some organizations. Typical excuses include blaming technology, unaware of how to perform a task or function, or lack of time or lack of resources. The final typical response to corrective coaching is denial. This one is a difficult one to deal with because very simply they're looking you in the eye and saying it did not occur. It didn't happen. You're wrong. This one has a high potential for escalation, and leaders need to be especially resilient when dealing with this particular response. Next week, we'll look at how to deal with these typical reactions and also begin working on some behaviors associated with coaching difficult team members. Have a great week, everyone.